Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina. It's week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Time for a much-needed and much-welcome diversion. The NFL is back. Here we go. Week 1 takes this about 5 yards deep. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. First down, here's Cousins. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. That time trying to find Gerald Everett, but it's going to be second down.
It's now second and 10.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Saquon Barkley, the ball carrier. Brought down.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Open man, it's Allen.
That's good.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he stopped immediately. There.
Saquon Barkley on the carry.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
And so here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by a 6-time Pro Bowler now in his 9th NFL season. It's Russell Wilson.
Gave the commencement address at the University of Wisconsin a couple of years ago. One of the most popular players ever to pull on the uniform there. The beginning of his career, he was a so-called game manager. Take care of the football and rely on the defense. Now, in this stage of his career, the offense runs through him, and it runs very well.
Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Pass complete here to Sanders. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
A gain of 18 on the
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. That is caught by Brown. Touchdown, Raiders.
Pass complete to
Antonio Brown there to make the grab. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here comes Montgomery now to return it. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, first and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Cousins on first down. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Saquon Barkley. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory.
Ball carrier.
Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he's got this down to the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Saquon Barkley.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. He finds Hearns left side. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
Remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. Barkley. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a second and 9.
The 12-yard line.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
On 3rd down, Cousins. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Myers' kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Ryan Switzer on the return. The Raiders take over 1st and 10.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Running on 1st down is Jones, but he's not going to get much, maybe a couple. It's 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Left side here to Sanders. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 15 yards on the play. 1st down.
A gain of 15. 1st down, Raiders.
On 1st down, Wilson airing it out for Olsen. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Only took him 3 plays, and they're already in the red zone, just like that.
And the Raider first down.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Complete to Aaron
from 13 yards out. And the Raiders add on to their lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 18.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder, puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. On 2nd down, Barkley nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Tackled.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. But he's got it to Hearns. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming on 2nd down now. Barkley, and the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Cousins now. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 12 now at the 44-yard line. From the gun, here's Cousins. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Gerald Everett is tight end, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 14 yards, good for a Panther 1st down.
31-yard line.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. You said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
On 2nd down, Barkley, and he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
14-yard line.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw, Cousins, and he fires one that's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick, and he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
1st and 10.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
A gain of 30.
Give him 30 yards there.
Las Vegas.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to green light that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Wilson. Over the middle here to Brown.
Wilson's
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Antonio Brown.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
That is caught at the 7. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Touchdown.
Jordan Reed, 29 yards. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here comes Montgomery now to return it. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about
now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And now he's got him in a great spot at the 8-yard line here, 1st and goal.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Aaron Jones. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here comes Montgomery now to return it. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now a penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
On the draw, this is Barkley. Barkley hit and the ball pops free.
That's good for a Carolina Panther.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. 7 yards, the pickup there.
7.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Gonna give this time to the tailback. Thomas Davis, the former backbone of the Carolina defense, along with Luke Kuechly there on the stop. 2nd down at 6 now from the 42.
At the Raiders' 42-yard line.
Throwing is Cousins. His throw incomplete. He was looking for the Pro Bowl wideout Keenan Allen there. And it'll bring up 3rd down. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And this is going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
He gets it away, and I think they'll smartly play keep away here from Brown.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
And now here come the Raiders. They've been able to move the ball well in the air, and certainly a big reason why those receiving corps have been excellent.
There's no doubt about it, partner. And let's face it, when they get away from defenders, those guys are quick. And when they go over the top of people and use their bodies, they're just thick. But let's face it, what we're seeing right now are catches that are simply sick.
Well, you brought your A game. You're fired up over those catches, aren't you?
Can't help it. Even as a former defensive back, I've got to tip my cap to these guys. They are balling.
I appreciate that. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Jordan Reed was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Looks like they went for the combo play there. A nice ample gain on the ground on the previous play. Going for the big shot on that one unsuccessfully.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing is Wilson. And able to find Green. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A Raider 1st down, 17 yards.
Gain of 17 yards.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A.J. Green, 65 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. When A.J. Green's on the field, something exciting usually happens, and that was certainly exciting.
Superior route runner, superior hands, superior body control, but I love the way he reacts to the football in the air. Finds it, locates it, and goes and gets it before the defensive backs can react.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here comes Montgomery now to return it. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Panthers Panthers take over 1st and 10.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football.
Russell Wilson sacked.
Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
The Panthers' 43-yard line.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this deep. And with just 1 second remaining in the 1st half, they'll call the timeout.
He was covered by Malcolm Butler.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this 1st half will come to an end. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And
all right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd.
Jason Myers.
We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They built a good 1st half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice 1st half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. He's going deep for Brown. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for Vegas. 41 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
That is caught by Brown. Touchdown, Raiders.
To Antonio Brown.
Antonio Brown. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Raiders are pouring it on.
For the extra point.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point good by Catanzaro, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here comes Montgomery now to return it. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard.
The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the 2nd half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. the 29. Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And the Raiders have recovered.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. Russell Wilson.
The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Aaron Jones with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. So he's in for his 3rd score of the game, and defense probably saying, man, we don't want to see this guy for a long time.
It's bad enough when anyone scores a touchdown against you, but for one person to get 3, it almost sets him apart from the rest of the game, and no one likes to see any of those players on a pedestal, not from the defensive point of view.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here comes Montgomery now to return it. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball.
And he loses the football a second time. And the Raiders pick it up. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Here comes Montgomery now to return it. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10.
The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. And this has been a game of contrast somewhat. As you see, he's had success moving the ball on the ground. That fumble on the last drive, though, that's now 2 that he's lost in this game.
And that's where it really hurts and makes things difficult on a coach because you mentioned the success he's having, yet if he keeps turning it over, it negates all of that success. Take care of the football, and he's headed for a big game.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. That throw into the arms of Allen, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
10 at the 41-yard line.
1st down. Here's Cousins. And he'll find Everett there, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 more there and another 1st down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. This is Chenault on the receiving end. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
8 yards on the pickup Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 42-yard.
On 2nd down now, Barkley. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Barkley, the ball carrier.
Haven't been a defensive coordinator yet that thinks 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And the Raiders pick it up. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. He was trying to do anything he could to get that final little bit for the first down. Instead, he lost the ball.
Yeah, and he was short of the first down, but not by much. Trying his best, as you noted, to get there. Sometimes that extra effort can cost you.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Las Vegas.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Antonio Brown with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Raiders.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Here comes Montgomery now to return it. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
And now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13, it's a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Barkley, the ball carrier.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Again, it's Barkley. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
He was brought down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defense in front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole. Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Barkley on first down, running into a wall as he stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
The tackle made by Cameron.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Cousins. And the Raiders have got him.
Kirk Cousins sacked. A loss of 7. It's 4th down.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Carolina. And we're back now in Charlotte. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Now let's discuss Antonio Brown as he heads back out there now. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wilson. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. Gets through, and now an opening. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. That is caught by Brown. Touchdown, Raiders.
Complete to Antonio.
A 3-yard touchdown pass. And this offense continues to pour it on. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that 1st win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here's Brian Anger now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. With it is Brown. And nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Back onto the field now comes the wideout Antonio Brown. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one. Even supposed to be neutral, because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down or breaks coverage. He's worked awfully hard, changing routes, changing areas, changing angles, and getting open for touchdown.
We knew he'd be part of the game plan in a big way, and it has been in it. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Antonio Brown, 37 yards. And the silver and black continue to roll. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. Oh, this is a touch cruel here. They've got the big lead. Now they're going for the jugular with the onside kick. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6. Stiff-armed him. Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 63 yards receiving for him now. That last catch good enough for a 1st down. 6-yard line. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Allen's got it over the middle. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
At the 19-yard line.
Again, it's Cousins. Throw left side complete. That's James. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. 4 yards the pickup. 1st down.
15-yard line.
On 1st down, Barkley. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The defensive end, Cameron Wake, brings him down.
Cameron Wake. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 7.
They'll run it again with Barkley. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. Barkley hit and the ball pops free. And the Raiders pick it up.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. He's going deep for Brown. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Antonio Brown, an 80-yard touchdown as his guys continue to pour it on. They seemingly just continue to score at will, and as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win, but one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them, because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
Extra point up and good by Catanzaro, and that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own.
And the Panthers coming out now. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And fortunately, the offense will cover this one up back at the 5-yard line. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
The intended target, Saquon Barkley. And now it's 3rd down. Here's Cousins. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty is a result of that hit there.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. It's caught right side, it turns. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. 11 yards there, 1st down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
At the 36-yard line.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. He's at the 30, the 20, 10, and that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Extra point good by Catanzaro, and the lead will swell by 1 more. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Cousins on 1st down. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The 6-time Pro Bowler, Clay Matthews. And it'll be a 2nd and long. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Cousins to throw it. And the 3rd interception thrown by Cousins. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put